Schools are reopening. Hey, 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 hey. Parents are in a problem. It's a vicious circle. I don't know where to start, but I think the best place to start is a week to closing of schools. A week to closing schools, you parents get message from schools that the kids are about to close. So you send the fare. Send the fare. That is 2 weeks to closure. After you get the fare, I want to use an example of 3 kids in secondary school. I think very few families have more than 3. Unless, of course, it's a polygamous family or you have adopted children. But biologically, many are 1, 2, and 3. Let me take of 3. Now, what happens is that when schools are closing, the fare is double. So if you have 3 kids, that means you send fare for 6 people. But you don't mind. Say, let me look for the fare. Because I've been sending pocket money. Now these kids, when they are around, I'll save on pocket money. Let's say on the lower scale, because we have some people who, I remember 1981, I was in a boarding school, Bungoma High School. Me and my brother Pius Kareithi. We had James Starley, who was our cube mate. His pocket money was thrice what we two had. So I know there are some families where pocket money is not a problem. So let us say you send 1,000 per month. For 3 kids, that is 3,000. So you just say, after all, that month that they'll be at home, I will save on pocket money. So you send transport. You send transport, which is double. But then when you are sending transport, which is double, there is also a problem. The problem is this. It is double. During the time when I first tested boarding school, that was in Kajiado, 1969, even when the schools were closed, the fare used to remain the same. There was no time that because it is rush hour, fare is high. And nowadays, you hear when a kid is seated on, utalipia huyo mtoto. During our time, 1969, that is the first time I went to boarding 1970. I usually tell people 1969, but I know it's 1970. Now, when you go to boarding, 1970, there was nothing like utashika huyo mtoto ama utalipia kiti. No. Nowadays, if mtoto akikaa kwa kiti, you pay the same price as an adult. But us, mtoto akikaa kwa kiti, alikuwa analipa nusu. Because I remember we used to pay 9 shillings and my mother or our mother used to pay 18 shillings from Nairobi to Ebuye. So the fare used to be the same whether it is the schools are closing or whether it is not. I've not even talked of timing. Yes, buses had time. If you are a bus driver, you leave Nairobi at 6. You're supposed to be in Naivasha at what time? So if you reach the roadblock and you are ahead of your time or you are behind your time, you explain. That is that. Then we come to today. You receive the message that you have to pay double, so that is times 6. I was asking somebody that I'm a tattoo person. Why do you pay double? Why do you charge double? Said, but you see, when the schools are reopening or closing, usually the traffic goes one side. You find kids are coming from school too. So when we go back, we go with an empty vehicle. But they forget, for example, point A to point B. How many trips do they make per day on a normal day? So when the schools are closed, they even have accidents because they don't rest. In a period of 18 hours, they make maximum trips, which is even double or even triple what they make on a normal day. Just travel on a normal day, you'll find that especially if you're the first person to enter the vehicle, Nissan's shuttle or something, they wait until it is full. And I'm telling you, if it were closing time, they'll be even halfway the trip. Because you're the first person there for the bus or for the shuttle to be filled in. It takes time. But if it was closing day, you'd even have booked. So you'll sleep knowing that you are going with the third bus, which is leaving at 8:30. So to them is just go, drop, and when you are coming, so the number of trips, but they don't see that. So you pay double, you come home. When you come home, the parents, the two parents, the father and the mother, for those with the polygamy, please forgive me. You find that the food budget has gone up. One child, you remember this is their adolescence. One child spends in food or even money-wise, spends more per day than the two of you combined. So if there are three, it means that the budget is now, let's say when they are in school, you are having 2 units. 2 units per day. You'll find you are spending 7.5 units per day. There are some foods which come in the middle one, snacks and whatever. I'm even supposed to say 8, not even 7.5. So you do that. You spend a lot of money, and they don't even spend a month. Suddenly, you are supposed to plan for them to go back to school. Now that is where we are now, isn't it? It's back to school. You have to organize for double the transport. You have to organize for shopping. Each needs 1 bar of washing soap. Each needs 2 small soaps for bathing. Each needs 3 kilos of sugar. Each needs whatever. Each needs at least 1,000 shillings pocket money. Then from there, school fees. You know, when they were closing school, you got a letter. Dear parent, our school the school has been going on. Apart from these few cases of this indisciplinary where the affected kids were called, and where need be the parents were called, whatever, but the school, whatever. When we reopen school, don't forget to have the following things. There is a list. I don't know. There's a time when the hockey stick used to be part of it, but the kid has got to go with a djembe, a slasher, anything. You buy that, and no kids will be allowed beyond the school gate no student will be allowed beyond the school gate without clearing the outstanding fees. Then you do that. You pay everything, you do whatever, unakopa huku na huku. Then the kids go. When they go, you monitor the day they have so a week after they have started learning is when you relax. You say, hey, as a budget hatutanunua mingi, whatever. Then problems come. Dunia hii, problems only end when you are buried. That is for you. In my house, Mama Watoto is the sole breadwinner. She calls me, hey, Baba Ben, you have forgotten. I mean, I'll be a bit late. Pitie kwa mama mboga, uchukue mboga ya pesa fulani, sijui nini nini, pitie huko. Hey. But then the kids used to do that. Even herself, when she comes from her work, comes and starts cooking, she starts missing the kids, because the kids are the ones who could do, she could supervise them. Leo we nani alipika jana, we sasa leo ndio utapika. Now she comes from her place of work tired, and then here she is cooking. Did I say my wife is the sole breadwinner? Yes, she was a sole breadwinner until you started watching my videos. Bwana, her money is her pocket money now. You watu mna watch hivi tu bwana, you make me very happy bwana. Even the days when I don't have an idea, ninaanza kushangaa na sasa. These people, I have to send something to them, especially when they enjoy stories as a man. So I'm supposed to send something. I mean, not send something. I'm supposed to inform, educate, and remind them of how life was that time. I'm grateful to you people. Thank you.